Welcome back. We're going to begin this time in our student book, page 133. And this is actually part 3. This is part 3 for the 10th day of June. This is going to be the last segment for this particular day. Okay. Grammar connections, 3 uses of the present perfect. There are 3 uses of the present perfect. And I like using a timeline. And here we are, right here. Everybody got that? The word timeline. Okay. Events that began in the past and continue to grow. So this is the past. We start here and it continues to grow. The next one, events that happened before now and its time, the time is unclear. So they happened in the past. This is the present, but we don't know exactly when it happened in the past. And the last one, events that were repeated before now. So it wasn't continual. It happened here, it happened here, it happened here, it happened here, if this is the present. Okay. We're going to read it again and read an example for each particular reason. Everyone, events that began in the past and continue to grow. The example, Keiko has taken English classes for 6 years. The perfect means we have to use the word has or have. The next one, events that have happened before now, but we're not sure when that happened. Jason has been to Canada. This is the perfect tense because it was in the past, but it wasn't one time and over. But we don't know when it was, so we use have or has, and we need has because Jason is a he, and he, she, and it needs an S on the verb. Next, events that were repeated before now. I have flown on a plane 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In the past, wasn't just one time, but several events that were repeated before now. What is the example? I have flown on a plane 6 times. If this is the idea that you want to say to someone else, this is how you have to say it, so they will know exactly what you mean. A, talk with your classmates, complete the chart. The example is, have you been to another country on vacation, Elena? No, I haven't. And I added, I have not been to another country on vacation. Because that way, in my mind, it kind of reinforces how to use have in this particular situation. The next one, have you been to another country on vacation, Jason? Yes, I have. I have been to Canada. So here they are giving you an example of a negative and a positive. But even if it's the negative, you still need to use the word have because they asked using the word have in the question. And remember, we always use the form that is in the question in creating the answer. So let's look at the pictures of the right-hand side. I want you to create a sentence and tell me what is in the top picture. What do you see? Try to find a little detail in that picture that will expand your sentence and make it a more interesting sentence. How about I see an airplane flying above the clouds? Or there is an airplane flying above the clouds. Okay. The next picture. What do you see? Okay, so I've written down what I see. I see a purple book with the word English stamped on the cover. So the reason I did this is to include the word stamped. S-T-A-M-P-E-D, stamped. The word English is stamped on the cover. So what is a stamp? Right, a stamp is a little piece of paper, usually has a picture on it. And what's on the back of a stamp? Glue. So when you lick it, you activate the glue, and then what are you going to do? What word are you going to use? What verb are you going to use as to what you do with the stamp? Press it on the envelope. Stick it to the envelope. So, oops, press or stick the stamp to the envelope. So this is something that has been stamped with a press in order to create the word English on the front of the book. Okay, so what do you see in the next picture? Look for the details. Try to include details in your sentence. What did you get? Read it out loud. I know I can't hear it. Did you begin your sentence with a capital letter? Did you put a period at the end of your sentence? Do you have a subject and a verb in your sentence? Okay, this is what I put. I see a two-story house. I see a house. What kind of a house? A gray house, a wooden house, a two-story house. So a lower level and an upper level is called a two-story house with shutters and a porch on the front. Or actually, instead of shutters, they could be awnings. A-W-N-I-N-G-S. Anybody know what an awning is? So an awning is either made out of metal. So here's the house. We're looking from the side. Here's the window, looking from the side. And it's attached to the house at the top, and it sticks out like this. And sometimes it has a brace here or here. can be made of cloth, metal, or metal. And what is the function? What does it do? It provides shade, right? It shades the sun from coming through the window into the house and making it too hot in the afternoon. Okay, so let's go to this picture. What's this a picture of? Okay, I hope you all said this is a picture of a huge snowman, a really large snowman, a very tall snowman who is wearing a hat, a black hat, a plaid and a plaid scarf with a what for his nose? Can you tell? A carrot for his nose. Okay, great. And and sticks for his arms, branches of a tree for his arms. Okay, great. So what do you see in the next picture? I see a cell phone too. Okay, what do you see in the next picture? Honestly, I can't figure out what that is, but I think it's an image on a computer screen, and I don't know what that image is, frankly. Okay, so what do you see in the last picture? There's actually a lot in this picture. So the first thing you see is a large bus, right? A large passenger bus. Um, Subject, verb. What do you see? A bus. What is the bus doing? It's an action, traveling. So this is going to be a gerund. I see a bus traveling through the mountains on a highway next to a lake. I see a bus next to a lake traveling through the mountains on a highway. This actually would be better. I see a bus traveling next to a lake through the mountains on a highway. Either one is fine, but in retrospect, I think this is probably a little bit better. Okay, so this was coming from your head, vocabulary from your head, creating sentences from your head rather than just reading them from the book. But now we are going to read them through the book. It says, find someone, but we're not going to do that. We're just going to create the questions that go with that and the answers in a positive or a negative. So we've already done the first one. Number 2, have you ever taken English classes for more than 5 years? No, I haven't taken English classes for more than 5 years. The positive, yes, I have taken English classes for more than 5 years. That's going to be the pattern that we're going to use in order to have you repeat the vocabulary and the form. Next one. Have you missed a class since the beginning of the term? No, I haven't missed a class since the beginning of the term. Or positive, yes, I have missed a class since the beginning of the term. Next, have you changed your hairstyle in the last 5 years? No, I haven't changed my hairstyle in the last 5 years. Or, yes, I have changed my hairstyle in the last 5 years. Next, have you flown on a plane more than once? No, I haven't flown on a plane more than once. Or, yes, I have flown on a plane more than once. Next, have you seen snow? Yes, I have seen snow. Or, no, I haven't seen snow. Next, have you shopped online a lot recently? No, I haven't shopped a lot online recently. Or shopped online a lot recently. Or, yes, I have shopped online a lot recently. Next, have you sent a text message in the last 24 hours? No, I haven't sent a text message in the last 24 hours. Or, yes, I have sent a text message in the last 24 hours. Next, have you lived in the same place for more than 10 years? No, I haven't lived in the same place for more than 10 years. Or, yes, I have lived in the same place for more than 10 years. Next, have you lived in this country for less than a year? No, I haven't lived in this country for less than a year. Or, yes, I have lived in this country for less than a year. Next, have you traveled by bus before? No, I haven't traveled by bus before. Or, yes, I have traveled by bus before. So um, that is that. And that was the practice of speaking English and creating sentences using a complete sentence. So, to begin, we just have about a minute left. We're going to go to page 134 and we're going to not look inside the book, but just listen to this CD.
Review, Units 9 and 10. Page 134. Exercise 1.
This is a KPST radio special report.
Park police have found a Denver man who was missing overnight in Rocky River National Park. Brad Spencer disappeared sometime on Sunday after camping Saturday night at Timber Creek. His wife, Paula Spencer, became worried when he didn't return to their campsite Sunday evening. Mrs. Spencer told KPST News.
When I talked to Brad early Sunday, he was planning a short hike. It was a beautiful day, and he was wearing only a t-shirt and shorts. I got really worried when he wasn't back by 8 o'clock in the evening. It was getting cold and dark. That's when I decided to call the park police.
Paula's husband, Brad, got lost while he was bird watching. Fortunately, he was carrying matches, and he was able to start a fire to keep warm. When park rangers found him around 6 o'clock Monday morning, he was sleeping next to the fire over a mile from the closest trail. A happy and hungry Mr. Spencer told KPST. I learned a good lesson. If I ever go hiking here again, I'm going to carry food and stay on the trails.
This is Roberta Chang with KPST Radio.
Okay, so how many people understood everything they heard? How many people did not understand everything they heard? Okay, so this lesson is almost over. I'm going to play it again the next time. Have a good day.